listen, I am back. This is the convo with Dr. Nikki Zeigler. I'm so happy to have you a part of the show. I am Dr. Nikki Zeigler. I am the founder of the Herpreneur Network. Over 2,200 women in Facebook, over 14,000 women on the Instagram, connecting all things Christian women in business. All things Christian women in business. If you're not following the Herpreneur Network, go to our broadcast, go to our fan page, go to our website, and pick up and look at what we got going on, because we all the time pushing the brand of how to love each other, fix each other crown, and make sure we're there to be a blessing and give us knowledge of the information that you have as an expert. So I'm excited about what I got going on this week. This week has been exciting. I've been interviewing all day. I've been interviewing different women in business, women who knows what they're talking about. I call them experts because some of the stuff they taught me today, I ain't even know myself. So I'm excited to be a part of what Current Cherry is doing. The Power Up Summit is coming this month, July the 14th through the 18th. If you have not registered for the Power Up Summit, it's free. You're missing out on some amazing things. So I'm excited. We got Lisa Nichols will be there. Our speaker, Cheryl Wood will be there. Kimberly Coles from Living Single will be there. Chrisette Michelle will be there. It's going to be, even myself, I'm going to be in the building. It's so many people that's going to be there giving you nuggets, tips, information on how to make your life better, make your finances better, make you better, make your family better. It's all about dealing with the whole person. All kind of speakers. This is not a women's conference. This is all kind of different people. Men, women, tall, short, big and small will be in the building. So if you have not registered for free, go to powerupsummit.com. And so at this time, I have another powerful guest on my broadcast. I'm excited to have her. She has some nuggets that she's going to drop in our spirit. And my thing is, in life, you must be teachable. If you're not teachable, you will not win. You will not prosper, because everybody got a story and everybody can tell you something that can make you better. But you got to be open to listen, open to receive, and open to do better. So let's go ahead and welcome our next guest. I'm going to let her tell you who she is. So tell them who you are, ma'am.
Greetings, everyone. My name is Nicholette Hemingway, and I am the operator at the Speaks LLC. And it's located here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. And I do career coaching services.
So she's a career coach, guys. She is a career coach. I've only met 3 of them in my life. And so she's the 3rd one I've met as a career coach. So tell us, what does that mean to be a career coach?
Yes, I coach clients on their career. I get them prepared to show their best self at an interview, where we go through how to sit properly, proper handshake, manners, their wardrobe. I go through the whole gamut, and actually I do mock interviews too with my clients, so they know the answers to common interview questions. And that's really key to be in a position if you're transitioning to a new position because of the pandemic, or if you need to brush up on your skills because you've been in your job for, say, 10 or 20 years and haven't interviewed. So I'll take you through the interviewing process so you can be competent and confident in yourself during that interview.
Wow. So what made you get into this genre? What made you get into this kind of career?
Well, I've been on interview panels for over 20 years. I've seen it all, and I decided to take all my experiences and become a career coach, because there's a definite lack in people being able to present themselves in a professional manner, especially with our young Black men and women who are getting ready to come out of college, or even those who are in high school getting ready to go to college. They don't know how to present themselves during an interview. And so this really, sparked me, because I was in an organization where I was the only Black, or maybe 1 or 2 in the office. And so sitting on these panels, I would hear their comments, especially concerning us. And so I was like, oh no, I got to let people know, these are do's and don'ts for interviewing so they can be successful.
So what are some of your do's and what are some of your don'ts?
Okay. Are, look the part. You have to look polished and professional. Another do is manners. And, courtesy counts. I'm from the South, and we have a saying, good manners will take you a long way. And
Yeah.
that is so true. So one of the do's with that is saying please and thank you, shaking hands with a firm grip, eye contact, smiling. Another do is present yourself in the best light. So you want to highlight all your skills and your experience so you can stand out from other applicants for a position. Now, in terms of don'ts, there's so many don'ts I can go over. One of the don'ts is don't wear your club clothes. You can't have a tight short skirt, or guys, you can't have sagging pants. You can't wear these 4 or 5 inch heels. You can't have on bright nail polish and long nails. That's not professional. It's actually a distraction. Another thing is, not being polite to your interviewers, to, the secretary or receptionist who checks you in. So there's so many don'ts, but the do's, if you do them right, that will, enable you to get that job.
Wow. So my question to you, you've been doing this career coaching. What are some of the clients that you used to receive, or some of the clients that you know the consulting? Who are those? What's your typical client?
My typical client has been either a college student that is getting ready to graduate, so they want to be prepared, or a professional person that is going for another promotion. So they want to be, polished to make sure they're answering the questions correctly. Body language pays a lot into it. So I get the, soon to be college grads and those who are looking to promote, transition into a more responsible position.
Wow, 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 wow. Okay, well, this is good. This is good. So tell us, at the Power Up Summit, what will you be talking about?
Sure. My keynote speech is the 5 secrets to nailing that job. And I'll also be doing a workshop called the ABCs of interviewing. And so with the 5 secrets, I talk about, looking the part, talking the part, minding your manners, your mindset, and showing your best self to others. And then in the workshop, A stands for always be prepared. B stands for be on time. And C stands for courtesy counts. So in the workshop, it's a little more involved. I talk about, how you sit correctly, proper handshake, that kind of stuff.
Wow, proper handshake. So what's a proper handshake? Is it the grip?
It's part of it's a grip. It's a firm grip. And then also, you don't want your hand stretched, way out in front of you. You have it at an angle, like a 45-degree angle, and you're going to firmly shake that person's hand. I know you've probably experienced it where people will grab your hand for a hot second and let it go,
Yeah.
or they won't even grab your hand. I call that the limp noodle grip. That's not a proper handshake. And you also
Wow.
have to smile and give eye contact and greet that person. So I'd be like, good afternoon, how are you, Dr. Nikki? So that's what you do. And
Wow.
people, that's one of the main things that I've seen with people, their handshake, especially women, we're afraid to give a firm handshake. And, we think of ourselves, oh, that's aggressive, that's being manly. No, it's being professional. And my mother actually taught me how to do a proper handshake as a teen. And so like, wow, because she was a nurse for many years. She's retired. And she said, this is how you present yourself to people. And so I've even taught my grandson, who's 8 years old, how to properly handshake others too.
Wow, wow, wow. This is awesome. I'm learning so much because I never thought about it. I'm like, okay, I just know to just shake your hand and keep moving. And I'm a hugger anyway. But I mean, I know in the business world, hugging is very unprofessional. It's off limits because you don't want to go into that person's personal space.
Yes,
Wow.
ma'am.
I think your speech is going to be amazing because you've helped me just in the last 10 minutes of us speaking to just think about some things that we need to know how to, let's talk about the hairdos. We was talking about the braids. I want you to talk about Yeah, because I just want to learn.
I know, and people think, when I bring it up, they think I'm crazy. I'm like, y'all, I've heard the comments, so I'm telling this based on experience. How your hair is now, it would be best for you to put it up in a bun. Because if your hair is curly on the ends, the braids, that's fine. You can leave them down. But if they're
Right.
straight, you need to bring them up and put them in a bun, or if you can do, a high ponytail. But somehow the straight hair, it doesn't sit well with some people.
Right.
And even, me, I have a bun now and I'm natural. But when I go to interviews, especially, dealing with corporate America, I straighten my hair out because I know what kind of look they're looking for. If I go in there rocking a fro that I normally would do, they'll be like, what in the world? And I can be qualified, but they're so distracted by my appearance and I don't look like them per se, then that's a turnoff to them. So yes, even my sisters, I know we love our twist outs, our fros, our puffs, but if you're dealing with corporate America, please conform just for a moment so you can get your foot in the door. Once your probation is up, start letting the real you out. But you want to get in there first. And these are the things that unfortunately we have to do just to get our foot in the door.
Wow. Wow. Well, I think stuff like this is necessary to talk about. I feel like, as a career coach, you are so necessary. We need people like you to come in and teach us on what we should and should not do. Because like I said earlier, sometimes we get so complacent. We get so complacent in life and we be forgetting about the things that we probably learned, because stuff like this, I learned in high school. You know what I'm saying? But, the older you get in your set in your ways, like, well, they'll be okay. No. You got to go above and beyond and make sure you have a spirit of excellence on your name and your character. And we tend to forget about that. So I'm happy to have you on the show. I'm glad we complete the show because,
Yes.
you want us to do the show.
I know. It's like, oh, the enemy didn't want us to be great today.
Yeah, but we defeated him.
Amen.
And we came back. So I was happy when you sent me the thing. I was like, yes, let's do this. Look, is it Sanita M. Gordon? Do you know her?
Yes, I know Sanita. We grew up together. She lived up the street from me.
She came back on here. She was like, I'm back, ladies.
Thank you, Sanita. Thank you.
Oh, we appreciate you for being a part of the Power Up Summit. Do not forget, guys, the Power Up Summit is coming July the 14th through the 18th. It is absolutely free. Go and register for the summit. I promise you it's going to change your life. But make sure if you decide to attend the summit, you will bring you a pad and pen and get these nuggets that she's speaking. Lisa Nichols is speaking, Kim Coles, Kern Cherry. It's going to be a lot of people on here that's going to be just life changing. It's going to help you to be better than who you was yesterday and years to come. Okay? Thank you so much for being a part of my show and coming back and doing the show with me. I really have enjoyed this interview. I want to bring you back some other stuff that I know your expertise in.
Yes, I can run the gamut from the clothes to how you sit down. You would be amazed what people do in an interview and wonder why they don't get the job. But one thing I do want to say is for interviewing, the job does not always go to the most qualified. The job goes to the person that the team feels will mesh with the team and be able to work with them. So people need to keep that in mind. You can have all the degrees, from X, Y to Z, but if you're a rude interviewer, if you are not polite, if you're not dressed professionally, you're going to knock yourself out of the running. And those are the things I go over. So, you can be successful in the application process. But I'm grateful to Kern for putting this on where speakers, not only like me and you, get a platform, but, people will be able to get tips and tools to be successful in whatever they endeavor in. So, I'm so grateful for her, for her work in the community and her promoting people who will, empower and transform other people's lives.
Right. Well, all right. Well, you have a good day and I will talk to you soon. Thank you for coming. We appreciate you.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Nikki.